What's up guys, this is David, welcome back to the channel. Today, if you read the title, I'm gonna show you a whole list of what you should watch for when you're buying Travis Scott Jordan 1 in a secondary market. So, as many of you are probably you did not succeed in the sneaker app or any raffles. So you're looking for a Travis Scott in the secondary market. Whether you're buying it from like eBay or you're receiving it authentically from StockX, whatever, you should check before you wear it, right? So I made a list of all the things that you need to look for before you buy the Jordan 1, or if you buy it from StockX after you receive it. So let's get started. I'm gonna talk about the list first. The list is going to be 3 sections, and it will be in the description, in the video description down below. The first section is going to be pass. So anything occurs in the first section, those 3 bullet points, you're just gonna pass to the next pair. It's 100% fake. Second section is the high alert section. Anything that comes up in that section, on your shoe or on the seller's shoe, you should be in high alert because that's most likely to be a fake. Third section is going to be after you receive the shoe, because it's kind of like the smell of the shoe you can't get when you're looking at a photo. So let's talk about the first section, the pass section. First, if you see a StockX Stadium Goods Flight Club tag in the photo of the seller, that is immediately pass, okay? No one's going to give you an authentic pair for the price that they're selling at. So when you see it, like these people, just pass. Those are 100% fake. Second is there's no original tag. When you have the box, right here, you see it's a size 12, blah blah blah, and then here is the original tag, suggested price, $175. If there's no tag on the seller's photo, that's immediately pass, because the pairs from China doesn't have the retail tag. And also, I saw one person selling these has the $160 retail price tag, and that is just, you dumb stupid. But that only happened once, so the other fakes are smart, I guess. Third is the bad mistakes. Bad mistakes. The shoe look like this, Nike swoosh on the inside, and the stitching is underneath the swoosh. I've seen one pair where the white stitching is stitched onto the swoosh. That's just immediately fake. And also, if stitching in general are pretty bad, crooked, or like there's like strings hanging out, or the leather is bad, leather is wrong, that's gonna be fake, because these Travis Scott, Nike used some premium material on it. So you're not gonna get that cheap stuff. That out of the way, you should be able to filter at least 1/3 of the market Travis Scott, alright? Second part is where the high alert detail section is. First thing, if the image is so blurry, then just pass that, because I don't know who is taking those photos with their flip phones from the 1990s. We're in the 21st century, right? Everybody have an iPhone. Really? The worst iPhone has a resolution better than these sellers. Second is when the photo of the shoe is too official. What do I mean by that? So if the background is super nice, super detailed, and like the backdrop is just crazy good, then most likely it's gonna be a fake, because most of us resellers, we took a photo like on our couch, in the kitchen, in the bedroom, in the bathroom, on the toilet, right? It's more like a family style photo than a official photo. So if you see that, big alert, I would just pass that, to be honest. But second, finally, third, we're going to the shoe, okay? So as we can see from the tongue consists of 2 parts, the Nike logo right here and the Cactus Jack rectangular black label right here. First thing, the second seam right here is in white. The white stitching should not touch the black Cactus Jack label. If it touches or if it's sewn onto the Cactus Jack black label, then it's a fake. Second is this Nike Air logo. The Nike Air logo should be at the center of the front tag, right? So you have some space above the Nike and you have some space underneath the Air. If the Air is directly sewn onto the first stitching, then it's probably gonna be a fake. And also the lettering should not be too bold. If you don't have one, just go to your local Foot Locker, Foot Action store. Look at the Jordan 1 tag and you will understand. And on the back is like this. Letters, words, not so bold. Here's the Made in China and here's the Made in China in Spanish. There should be a little gap between the Made in China in Spanish and the seam line. If it's too close like this, then big red flag. Now, finally moving on to the little face on the back. The little face on the back and the Nike reverse swoosh is kind of like what most people are looking for when they're spotting a fake, but to be honest, like I've seen so many videos and listings that the swoosh, the face is real. It's a real pair, but it looks kind of different. So you can't tell or you can reject all the shoes just by looking at those points, right? You gotta follow my list. Make sure none of the list items are on your shoe. Then you can say it's a good shoe, it's a real authentic pair. So the face is pretty well indented into the heel. You can see it's very it's really pushed in. Nike really like bam stuck the thing into the shoe, onto the heel. Pretty well pressed in. Unlike these, you can see they're like uncleared, they're pressed in just a little bit. And this one, what the hell? You got a purple eye. And also above it, the seam line and the detail work should be very good. It should be flat and very nice. Like some fakes are like crooked. Here is like crooked, and here you can see each stitching is very distinct, right? We don't want to see like stitching that's like long and then the next stitching is like kind of short and then the other stitching is long again, right? We need uniform. Then when you look at the top right here, you see there's stitching behind. So some fakes have the stitching up here in the mocha color, like curved up like that. You can see here, this one's curved up. That's a big red flag. Second, on the heel, there's a lot of things that you can tell on the heel. So first of all, Nike used very premium material on these Travis Scott Jordan 1s. You can see here the leather is tumble leather, feels very nice. So everything in the white and the black are tumble leather, and all the mocha are premium suede. You can tell, you can feel it, it's very nice. If for some reason from the photo that you see the seller list, the leather looks, the mocha suede looks flat, looks like regular leather, just pass. And if you see like the white area, the tumble leather, they're not like tumbled, they're more like a regular flat leather, then you know that's not authentic. One more thing I forgot to mention is the tongue right here. The tongue should be a little bit off-white, vintage, kind of yellowish color, but definitely not white. So if you see a photo that has white tongue, then that's a bad fake. Second, we're gonna talk about the Nike swoosh on the inside. So from the heel, you can see the Nike swoosh, the black leather, is very straight and touching, or I should say tucking, almost tucking into the mocha suede right here. Some fake have the black leather gapped with the mocha suede. And going into the swoosh itself, you can see the swoosh is very cleanly done. Some fakes have the swoosh wrong. They're like kind of soft, not as edgy, right? Those are just a straight pass. Then moving on to the cactus jack. Right here, we have the cactus and then jack across, right? The lettering is 3M, and the 3M is very distinct. You can tell without a flash in natural light, you can see the lettering printed onto the shoe. If you don't see it, if you don't see it in the photo, if you see just the white tumble leather, you can like almost see it, then just pass on that. And the lettering itself, when you look closely, each letter is very neatly written. Like A has the like little hook and then the straight line, right? None of that is like scribbled on. Some of the fakes, as we see here, some of the fakes have the lettering like all fat and not good. So it's the details that you gotta look for. And next is the outside swoosh. The outside swoosh, I'm not gonna say a lot about the seam line right here touching the swoosh, because I've seen a lot of real pairs that's not touching. So that's not what you're gonna look for when you look at the outside swoosh. But what you are gonna look for is the swoosh is very neatly stitched on, and there's a lot of the swoosh is in the outsole. You can see here, right? This is very far apart. You don't want to be like only this little is going into the outsole. That's distinguish.
So the pronunciation of C is can you do that?
Distinctively bad. And also, for most of the real pair, authentic pair that I've seen, the little tip is very pointy. The 90-degree angle seam line right here should be parallel to the white part right here. As you can see here, these are parallel. And where it ends is where these three colors are at. So the black, the mocha, the white ends meets is right here, and the 90-degree angle stops right here. And then from there it goes down to the outsole. How it goes down to the outsole? Straightly and parallel to the mocha heel. It's more clear when we see the inside. Angle stops at where the three color meets and then goes straight down. It's parallel to the mocha heel. Very clearly. Parallel to the top, stops here, parallel to the mocha heel. When you see the outside swoosh, like some of the examples that you see here, they're pretty rounded. The tip is not very pointy. The whole thing is just like, it feels like a little thin. That's just pass, right? We don't want to risk, because you can get a fake for $160. Why would you pay $900 for that, right? Second, the last thing we are going to talk about is not the last thing. So first, we're gonna talk about the leather right here. You see the leather on the toe box. It's very tumble leather, very soft. When I push in, you see all these sides crease in. That's gonna be a good leather, and it's pretty soft. And overall, the shoe is made of a premium material, so you know everything is going to be that nice feeling. It's not gonna be like the cheap. You remember the Game Royals? The leather on the Game Royal are very hard, plasticky. These are very soft. So that's what you're gonna look for, alright? And the suede, I'm not gonna say much. Change color, very soft to the touch. And then we're gonna say the last thing on the shoe before we go to the third section of the list. Last part is the bottom of the outsole should be a little bit worn. The grip on it should not be very clear. If the grip on it looks like brand new, very distinct grip like these, they're fakes, because the real pair is not gonna have the grip so distinctively. that's all for the first and the second part of the list. If the pair of shoes that you're looking for does not check anything on the first and second part of the list, then you're good. You're at least 90% authentic and you're good to purchase. After you purchase, it arrives at your home. That's when we get to the third section. So first thing, when you get the box, you're gonna take off the lid, and when you look at the lid, it's an ordinary lid, but look closely. Mine is at the black Nike logo. When I tilt, you see this shiny thing. It's a little cold. If your pair has this cold on it, then add about 2% safetiness to your pair. So we're now to 92% authentic. And when you open the shoe box, you see this paper. It's going to be a pink, and then inside the pink is going to be a white tissue paper. It's gonna be two papers, and the pink paper on the outside is very nice. It's not like the white tissue paper that they give you for the other Jordans, the one that's like easily ripped apart. This one is really good. And the laces you're gonna be seeing, each bag has two pair of laces. They're very tightly wrapped. They're not like loosely wrapped. And some of the fakes I see have the laces as a whole, so you don't have the two pairs stacked onto each other. Rather, you have one gigantic loop. That's just some little things to look out for. And second thing, when you get the shoe, smell it. Smell the shoe. It should smell like a Nike shoe. If you don't know the smell, go to a local Foot Locker, go to your mall, whatever, get a Jordan 1 and just smell it on the spot. It's gonna smell like a new car, you know? Oh, hell no! And the last thing you're gonna look at is the key. Mine is on the right pair, but it might be different since I only have this one to show. Underneath the tongue's tag on the inside, there's a little code right here. If your tongue has that code or your shoe has that code, most likely with all the list item above, then you're good to go. That can guarantee you got a real shoe. If for some reason you have any of the list item checked, please do not think that you're getting a shoe for a cheap price. Just pass on that. We don't want to spend $800, $900 on a fake shoe or on a shoe that you doubt yourself, right? We want to wear it with confidence. And yeah, so because I didn't get the shoe on the sneaker app or any raffle, I had to go to the secondary market. And the past days, I watched so many YouTube videos. I've seen so many listings on eBay, Grail, Bump, whatever. I know my stuff, and this list is going to help you. Print it out, put it on your phone, look at it, look at the photo with the list, and good luck to you guys. So this is the first pair that's coming. I have more to come, and yeah, when you have more, or when you even have a real pair to compare to, then it's easier for you to spot a fake. But when you're just buying the first pair, that's the hardest. The list is going to help everyone buying this shoe from a reseller, right? If you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you think this video is going to help one of your friends who's looking to buy a Travis Scott Jordan 1, share it to them. And don't forget, the list is down below in the description below. Also along with it is my Instagram username, Instagram handle, Instagram tag. It's down below if you want to send me any photos for a legit check. I would love to do that if I have the time. And yeah, good luck to all of you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.